What's going on, everyone? I'm Trayvon Miles alongside Jeff Harris and Jonah Restuccio.
And welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider.
The only show giving you in-depth analysis to all local sports here on the shore.
That's exactly right. Coming up in tonight's episode, what if I told you Jared Wagenhofer was perfect on Friday night? Caesar Rodney now has more wins this year than they had in the past 3. Would you believe me or would you not?
I like that tease. And Smyrna and Indian River went head-to-head earlier this week as both squads looked to capture the 2017 Henlopen Girls Volleyball Championship.
Plus, we bring you the story of Mike Otwell, the first MMA fighter from this area, this region, to make it to Bellator, one of the top fighting organizations in the world.
That's right. Welcome to the show. We are loaded up as usual. Already week 10, guys, in Maryland. So you know what that means. It means it's rivalry week. Of course, the first we start with was here in Salisbury on Friday, a classic. The Bennett Clippers already with a 3A appearance sealed up for the playoffs. They look to take their first outright city championship of Salisbury since 2015. Of course, they had to play Weehai. This started off as a really sloppy game. Fumbles exchanged by both teams, and when you thought Bennett might get it in, Saquon Cotton stripped at the goal line. Refs get together, rule it a touchback. So after a scoreless first quarter, Bennett going to get on the board first. Joey Blake with that money play action. He's going to hit Steve Sabo for a 25-yard touchdown. Clippers lead it 7-0. Weehai with the answer a few drives later. Khalil Evans going to put his head down and get into the end zone with the quarterback sneak. Extra point, no good. So Bennett still with a 1-point lead. But from there, the Clippers would score 19 unanswered, including this 15-yard touchdown by DeAndre Carter. Bennett wins it 26-6. They claim their first outright city title since 2015, and they will be hosting a playoff matchup next Friday.
Queen Anne's hosting rival Kent Island last night, with the winner moving into the playoffs. And the loser, they're going home.
Bye-bye.
After an early KI score, the Bucks knocking again, but Trent Jackson is going to fumble the snap, and it's recovered by Queen Anne's. They jump on it. Then, just a few plays later, Cyrus McGowan is picked off by Brandon Galloway. Now, guys, one of Galloway's 3 first-half interceptions, and that would set this up. Senior running back Dylan Finley brings the boom. Check him out on the far sideline, lowering his shoulder and going in for the score. Bucks take a 14-0 lead at that point,
but that rivalry.
That wouldn't be the last of them. Now in the second quarter, Galloway going to break free for, did I read this right? 60-yard score.
See ya.
Yeah, he finds the end zone. That would put up Kent Island. That would put up Kent Island, and they wouldn't look back as they go on to win 48-0 behind 3 touchdowns from Finley. And listen to this stat line for Brandon Galloway: over 120 yards on the ground, a rushing touchdown, 3 interceptions, and a fumble recovery.
All 4 years of high school, we have not beat Queen Anne's one time, and senior year, be able to come out and win, big accomplishment. This is my first game playing safety. I'm usually like outside linebacker, so just QB looked at the receiver and just read his eyes and attacked the ball.
And Stephen Decatur taking on Snow Hill, and this one would all be about Tajim Woodland. Woodland, he's going to go down the right sideline. He's going to one-up Brandon Galloway just a little bit. 80-yard touchdown, his 6th of the game. I don't know what's up with all these players in Maryland and Delaware putting up 6, 7 touchdowns a game.
Numbers, right?
But next possession, Devon Waters, he's going to get the pitch to the left sideline, and he's going to work his way up to the 12-yard line, and that would set up this a couple of plays later. They're going to give it to the man who started it all, Waters. He's going to get it once again to the left side. He's going to fight his way into the end zone for the score. Not even close. Decatur rolls 49-0.
Washington hosting Parkside, 7-0 Parkside early. Jaguars looking to get into it. Eric Ballard going to go deep to Antonio Johnson, not Antonio Brown, Antonio Johnson in double coverage, and he comes down with it at the 2-yard line. A couple plays later, Ballard rolling out to his left. Who do you think is going to find, guys? Antonio Johnson in the back of the end zone. POT gets blocked. Parkside with a 7-6 lead, looking to add on to that lead. Andrew Smith hitting Davis Ingley. Look at those hands. Soft hands by the big man. He bounces off a tackle for a touchdown. And then Niall OG, of course, he's going to get 2 more touchdowns. Had 3 touchdowns in this game, actually. Put him at 20 on the season to finish it out as Parkside finishes 6-4 with a 53-13 win.
Cambridge and Easton also battling it out last night. 4th and goal for CSD. Tyler Harding finds Jimmy Schultz, leaps over the defender and in for the score. 7-0 CSD. Now early in the second, and they would proceed to go up 20-0. Easton, though, you see it here, they would finally get on the board. Jaron Winters finding number 2 Brandon Booz for the touchdown, making this a 20-7 game early in the 4th quarter. Warriors looking to make a comeback in the final quarter, but on 4th and 10, Shamar Young picks off Winters and shakes a tackler. Is actually going to run over another defender and takes it all the way. How about a pick six to seal the game? CSD is going to go on to take this by 19, 26-7.
And the Woodbridge Blue Raiders playing host to the 1-7 Indian River Indians.
Delaware.
We're going to pick things up early in the first quarter. Running back and starting point guard for the basketball team, KJ Mosley, the stiff arm and score from 15 yards out. Woodbridge up early, and they're not going to look back on the ensuing possession. We've heard this name just a couple times. Troy Haynes finds Gabe Westcott on the screen pass, but Westcott able to break free and scamper all the way down to the 2-yard line, and then just a few plays later, Jamone Kane's going to bury his way in for the score. Woodbridge would lead 14-0 after the first quarter and go on to top IR 41-0.
Delmar and Milford going head-to-head on Friday night as well. The Milford defense looking to make a push just before the half, down 7-3. The Bucks able to get to Delmar quarterback Jacob Bonarts for the sack, but the Wildcards say, hey, we got something for that. Bonart's going to pitch it out to Tayshawn Denard. He's scampering in from 4 yards out, opening possession of the second half. And Delmar comes right back out and does the same exact thing. Not a pitch this time, a handoff to BP3. Brooks Park in the third, 78 yards to the crib. 21-3 was the early lead. Delmar would win it 35-10. Congratulations to Coach Dave Hearn picking up his 200th career victory. Delmar now in a position to clinch the Henlopen South with a win next week against Woodbridge.
Caesar Rodney also in action last night, guys, playing host to the 6-2 Sussex Central. The Riders look to pick up their 6th win of the season. Going to pick things up in the red zone for Central. Handoff. You see it goes to J-Ron Curtis, and he finds his way in for the score to put Central up 7-0 early in the first quarter. CR, though, they would look to strike and even this one up. Quarterback Jared Wagenhofer also see him on the lacrosse field. Going to roll out to his right and find his tight end, Bailey Deatley. He's wide open. Literally wide open in the end zone for the score. Caesar Rodney going to go on to pull off what many would actually consider an upset, topping Sussex Central by 3, 24-21.
And Polytech with a really nice crowd on Fridays. They played host to Sussex Tech, and the Ravens picked this one up with Tech QB Ricky Kane, only a young guy. He's got a couple more years ahead of him, dropping back as he finds Rayshawn Teagley on the near sideline, setting up a goal line series for the Ravens. He almost had him there. And the next play, Kane would decide to keep this one himself and bullies his way in for the 2-yard score, tying this one up at 14. And then good defense for Polytech as they're trying to hold off Tech. DJ Raleigh and Christopher Gordon going to read the pitch outside and pick up the tackle in the backfield for a huge loss. Polytech would go on to win this one in front of their home crowd, 20-14.
And a couple more scores to get to. Of course, we know North Carolina finished off the season undefeated at 10-0 with a big win over their rival Colonel Richardson. Also, big wins by Cape Henlopen. Lake Forest got a win, as well as Seaford got a win as well to finish off, or they have one more game left, and Smyrna Will Knight. I mean, do we even need to say anything?
I think that they won, but
Will Knight won. All right, that's going to do it for all the football we have right now. We're not stopping the high school sports action. After the break, we're taking it to the pitch. A lot of local teams and some postseason action. We have the highlights after the break.
I'm Coach Brendan Riley, head football coach of the Parkside Rams, and you're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider on WMDT.